Today we're going to talk about two really important things, breathing and meditation. It's become very clear to me that breathing is one of the key components, not only to life obviously, but to feeling emotionally peaceful. And the fact is, from what I found in the energy clinic, most people are not breathing properly these days. Most people are taking shallow breaths, just chest breaths. It's just tiny little breaths, and it's not bringing in the oxygen that you need. Because in Chinese medicine, where the breath goes, the qi will flow. And so if you're not breathing in and sending the breath to all of your body, then the qi is not reaching everywhere that it needs to go. If you want to become anxious, if you want to become afraid, all you have to do is have someone grab you and constrict your breathing. Your mind is going to say, I can't breathe, and so you start getting anxious. So the fact is, today, these days, we've got COVID, there's a lot of anxiety, there's a lot of emotions in the air. We're on our computers a lot, so we're hunched. We're hunched like this, and all this is trapped, so we can't breathe. When you're not feeling well, right? When you're feeling a little down, a little depressed, you're not walking with your shoulders out, you're walking hunched over, and again, the oxygen is being stopped, and there's liver qi stagnation, which means that if people are angry, it stops the energy from flowing, and it sort of compresses your chest, and you feel like there's a heaviness there. And so what does this mean? If we're not breathing properly, if we're not breathing in enough because of the way we're working at our computers, we're staying at home, we're not opening, it means that we're feeling anxious, right? Anxiety could be greatly reduced if people will just breathe properly. So one thing we're going to do right now is I want you to open up your chest. I want you to go like this. Open it up. The lung meridian comes from here and it goes all the way down the arm. We're going to open it. Open the lung. Take a nice deep breath. The other thing I want you to do for breathing is I want you to start to breathe in from your abdomen. And then I want you to breathe into your chest, and then I want you to bring it all the way up to your shoulders. So it's a huge breath in. It's steady, it's slow. If you want to instantly clear your feelings, if you want to instantly feel better, you take one of these deep cleansing breaths. So do this throughout the day. If you start feeling down, if you start feeling tired, if you start feeling anxious, take one or two of these deep cleansing breaths. And I'm telling you, this is going to make a huge difference in your life. And I know you've heard me say it, and I know it sounds so simple. It can't be that simple. It can't be so simple that we're just not breathing right. It is. It is. And I'm going to keep saying this until people get it. You have to take in that deep breath. Now, as we talk about breathing and meditation and the mind, okay? In Daoism, the mind is the enemy. The mind, the monkey mind, right? It's always talking. You can't do this. You're not good enough. No. You'll never get it done. It's always talking. And what we have to do, the Taoists say, we have to kill our mind or we have to lose our mind. It doesn't mean go crazy, no. In fact, it means to become very sane. To lose your mind means to stop living here and instead start living in your heart. And it's an amazing thing when you grasp this, when you can do this, and it doesn't necessarily happen overnight, okay? But this is what we're going to be exploring in this course, right? When you can calm your mind, quiet your mind, lose your mind, and then live from your heart center instead, all of a sudden life is just that much better. So meditation, I used to be very confused about meditation, and I found meditation really hard. I could not do meditation. I tried for years. And I used to think that we had to just totally clear our mind and enter this Zen-like state, right, where nothing came to us and we were still, as the midnight breeze. Like, no, that's not necessarily what meditation is. What I've learned is meditation is all about tricking the mind. It's all about distracting the mind. Because remember, the mind is the enemy. The mind is the monkey mind, and it's always talking, always chattering. We have to distract it. So you listen to your heart and not to your mind. So one of the ways of doing it is through a breathing meditation, a Taoist breathing meditation. And the meditation is called Nidan. And what it is calming the mind. So an easy way, a way that people find it very, I think, easy to start, is to breathe in as much as you can. I do for about the count of 7, and then hold your breath for the count of 3, and then breathe out as much as you can. I do it again for the count of 7, and hold your breath for the count of 3. Of course, you don't have to do the hand motions. I don't want you to do the hand motions. I'm doing it for this video. You may not be able to count the count of 7. You may be able to breathe in for the count of 4 or 5 or 9. I want you to do whatever you can. And here's the key. I found that most of the results from this exercise, because this exercise truly will change you. I mean, this exercise truly changed me. As I started studying with my Taoist priests and doing these, what they're called alchemic exercises. It's totally started to change me. I've been on this journey for many years, and so this is the next progression, and I really wanted to share this with you. So, breathing in, breathing out. The key is, it's the last 10% of the breath. Okay, keep stretching. Don't be satisfied. Once you think you're there, then I want you to just go a little bit further. And once you breathe out, I want you to go just a little bit further. The other key that's really important I found is that the breathing should be silent. So, silent breathing is a big game changer, and going that extra 10%. And I want you to continue to stretch it. We have to build up our lung capacity. We have to build up our ability to breathe. So by doing this meditation, we're practicing, we're stretching our ability to breathe. We're also distracting the mind because we're counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3. I want your mind thinking about counting. That's all I want it to think about. And it's amazing how easy it is for this to happen. Another way you could do it, and this, if you have no luck doing this at the start, doing the counting, if it's not working for you, what you could simply do is put your headphones in and play your favorite music. It has to be something that you know really well. Like you know all the words, you know every note, and so you don't have to think about it. It's just like background, right? And so just play this music. So I would do AC/DC, I'd do some old Metallica, some Guns N' Roses, their first album. Like I'm just rocking. And I remember the first time I did this, I was sitting cross-legged, and you know my thighs have always been very stiff because I never stretched as a kid, and you know I had heart procedures done through my thigh, and so I had a lot of scar tissue there. So I tried to stretch, but within like a minute, you know, my mind would tell me, you can't do it, stop, it hurts, you can't do it, stop. And the crazy thing is that the one night I plugged in and I was just meditating, I closed my eyes and I was just rocking, playing my air guitar. And I looked at my clock finally, and it had been an hour. I'd been sitting cross-legged for an hour, and the most I'd ever done maybe was like a couple of minutes. That's the power of distracting your mind. You can do amazing things. Also, you'll find that when you're in this zone, when your mind is free, when you're not distracted, things can come to you. Clarity, beautiful ideas, they can come to you. You'll get this, your intuition is flowing. So I always have a pen and paper so that when I'm done, I write it down immediately. Everything that I've thought, it's amazing. These are powerful tools. I know it sounds so simple, guys. Breathing and meditation. I know it sounds so simple, but it's so critically important. And I'm urging you this week, every day, to sit down and breathe. Do the breathing meditation. Do that breathing meditation. Try the rock and roll meditation or whatever your favorite music is. If you can increase your lung capacity, You know, when I had heart problems, I couldn't breathe in deep. I couldn't because my heart was going so fast. I could never take a deep breath. And so now it's like a gift. Now it's like a treasure. I want you to treasure that, right? Breathe that in. Calm your mind. These are amazing tools. So this week, please make sure that every day, that's right, every day, take 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I mean, I can go an hour, I can go over an hour, but I want you to do it every day because you have to build momentum. You have to build momentum, and you can do this. You can definitely do this.